Hey Rogues, welcome to Sunday. Sunday Space Day, maybe? I don't know. Stealth Space Sunday, I think is what I was calling it. Anyway, it's Mass Effect Day. And I believe we are in the middle of Main Coesta, as, you know, the title of the stream might say below. So welcome. Hopefully we don't fall through any holes and just fall on forever like last week. But, you know, that was kind of fun when it did happen. I don't exactly remember where we were, but, you know, we'll find out. Because game and fun, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm very, very happy to get back into the game. So my headache from yesterday is still here. Hopefully it doesn't last forever. I'm guessing it is barometric pressure related. So we'll see. Rykar! Oh my gosh, thank you so much for resubscribing. 8 months! I still don't know how 8 months has happened, but apparently 8 months has happened. So welcome in, thank you. So I should be good for the stream. It's not like an overwhelming headache, it's just one of those multi-day ones that I sometimes get before there's weather. So 8 is a scary number. Sure. I just, it feels like I just started. I know that my very first stream, it's super easy for me to remember when my very first stream was. It was December 26th. Was the first time I went live. And so yeah, it's been like 8 or 9 months that I've been streaming. Just still feels like it was just yesterday that I started. So, well, you know. Anyway, I think I had meant there were a few things here that I wanted to make disappear. Where did it go? Are you? One moment. Because of the things that have been ongoing. Aha. That's where you are. I don't really want that one there. Total follows. Kind of meaningless at this point with all the bots. In fact, there were 2 of them sitting in my chat when I went live. So they are... I just yeeted them right out. Oh, the Dispel dice are gorgeous. Hang on one second. I've got weird stuff on the camera. So they come in this very nondescript black box. It's weird. Whenever I see a name just sitting in my chat as soon as I go live, and it's a name that I don't recognize, like if I go live and it says I've got 1 or 2 viewers or something like that, and it's not a name I recognize, I will Google it, and inevitably it comes up, hey, this is one of these bots that's out there. So I just nuked them from orbit. So inside the box, I had 2 sets. I got 2 sets. Inside the box, each set has its own little box. And inside that, another little box. And if I open that one up, whoops, there is a certificate of authenticity, which if you were part of the Kickstarter, you probably saw the drama. They were being impersonated, fakes were being made, so the certificate of authenticity makes sense, I guess. And then the box says Prologue Edition, and then it has these gorgeous, gorgeous dice in it. Pull out the other ones and I can show them. They are every bit as gorgeous as I knew they were going to be when I backed the Kickstarter, like 2 years ago? And so I never got a shipping notice, but I didn't know they were coming. They just arrived at the door. I think these are my favorite ones. Forgot what these were called. Black Emerald or something like that. They're gorgeous. I have yet to roll them in a game. It was a long wait, but definitely worth it. I know as they're nearing the end of this Kickstarter, there was a planned partnership with Wormwood coming up. I don't know what that is. But when it was first announced, they were like, quick to note in their Kickstarter updates that would not actually be happening until after they had fulfilled everything from this Kickstarter. So I'm very happy with the product that I got. Yeah, they're all stunning. All of the pictures of them that I've seen, all of the colorways have been really, really nice. The 2 colorways that I got, I can't remember. Hang on, I tweeted about it. I can look up my tweet and then I'll know what they were. Nope. I didn't name them in the tweet, so never mind. I got amethyst something and like black emerald, I think was the color. I don't know. All I know is they're pretty. So it should be on the side of the dice box. Apparently, I'm super observant. I don't see anything on the dice box that says... Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. I have found it. I have them in the wrong sleeves then, but... Amethyst Skies, inked, and Black Emerald, inked. So I got one of them right, and I remembered the amethyst word. But yeah, of the 2, I think the Black Emerald are my absolute favorite of the 2 that I got. I can't believe I didn't, notice that there was that label there. I'm super observant. Which will help when I have to go shooty things in the game. Okay. Hopefully you all are having a good weekend. I did see... I mentioned on yesterday's stream about how there was a football game here on Friday, and that it was sold out. And... Oh, you got one as a gift, Kira. That's awesome. I saw a tweet that was retweeting an official tweet from the ACC, and it was just a sea of people, just absolutely 100% packed, shoulder to shoulder in the stands, and not a mask in sight. And so now I'm even more terrified to go back to work on Tuesday. Ooh, Sapphire Knight and Crimson Nebula. See, I wanted them all, but I couldn't afford them all, and so I went with purple and green, because purple and green are my favorite colors. But they're all so pretty. So, okay, I'm gonna stop distracting myself. I do want to do gameplay today. Not that I ever have a problem with that, but we can chat while I play. Let's see. It's gonna be this. Alright, I'm super distractible right now. My head. Anyway, Mass Effect! At the end of stream today, we'll be looking to raid over to the Gax pack, so, whenever GaryCon Live goes live, that's about when we will wrap things up. But of course, I'm sure Kira will have some creative way of letting me know that time is getting close. Looks like we have an update on the mission. Exit Exogeny. You have destroyed the Geth ship. Now get Lisbeth Bynum and leave Exogeny. 4 o'clock, Kira. Okay. So, I don't know. Is this the objective? Oh, that's tough. Why do they keep putting a destination flag on here that I didn't put? Is that where I need to go? I'm so puzzled.
I doubt anyone's still alive in here. The Geth are very thorough.
Right. Apparently, that flag is telling me where I need to go, because it is not a flag I set, and it is there once again. So, I'm not facing the right way. Ooh, no. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, go to the right. I will get myself oriented correctly. I definitely won't be oriented straight, but correctly, yes. Alright. Found the thingy. Who knew? I finished it last week and just need to escape. I'm sure there won't be a firefight on the way or anything, right? Kinda wish we were playing D&D today, Kira. Today, well, I don't know. I don't know how good I would be at being completely himbo with my headache, but I could try for sure. Lisbeth Bynum.
We should get out of here. I don't think this place is safe.
I need some answers. You knew more about the Thorian than you let on.
I was afraid. I wanted to stop the tests, but they threatened me. Told me I'd be next. When the Geth attacked, I stayed behind to send a message to Colonial Affairs. I tried to tell them where to find the Thorian, but the power cut before I could send the message. I never meant for this to happen.
Wait, so I can't remember who this person is. This is the child of the person that we were supposed to be looking. Like, we ran into the person as we were crossing the Skyway thing, and her child was missing, and this is the child, right? Okay.
You did what you could.
Think I believe her?
If you can tell me where to find the Thorian.
The Thorian is underneath Zoo's Hope, but the entrance is blocked.
There's gotta be a way in.
With the freighter just before the Geth attacked.
Okay, I mean that.
But why are the Geth
Go
after
through the
Thorian?
freighter.
What could Saren want with it?
Well, it does have unique mind control capabilities. That's what Exogeny was interested in.
Normandy to shore party, come in.
Thorian is that plant intelligence, right? It's been a week. Yes, Joker, what is it?
What is it, Joker?
We're getting a lot of Geth comm chatter. Looks like they're headed your way.
Great.
You heard the man. Let's move out.
I'm coming with you. I might be able to help.
Just don't get yourself
Yes, I
shot.
want to create.
That's my job. Alright. Where do I go now? Speak with refugees. You need more information before returning to Jew's Hope. Talk with Lisbeth Bynum's mother, Juliana, at the refugee camp to find out what they know about the Thorian. Okay. How do I get back there? I think they expect that you'll remember how to get all of these places. I don't. It just means you're doing laundry, ordering groceries, and pretending to be productive at home while specifically not doing work. Well, your mod duties are very much appreciated. So, I don't know if you count them as work, but they are appreciated. Also, I have not touched Fall Guys in quite a while. It's just, it was fun for a bit, and it's more fun with people, but it's not something that I'm terribly good at. I managed to get 1 crown. Modding's not work. You banned work. I think that is a very good decision. You need to do that more often. Oh, they're shooting at me, are they? I can shoot back. Here. New computer equals Fall Guys fun. Ooh, you started Icewind Dale, the video game. I have started it once and never really actually started playing it. Because I was used to Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2 and was very confused by the ability to create multiple party members. Hi, Wraith Faye! I, today, finally advanced beyond Chapter 2 of Baldur's Gate 2. I have tried to play that game so many times, and I have never gone beyond Chapter 2, so I've never finished the game. And I am in Chapter 4 presently. Which feels like a big accomplishment. But at the same time, I definitely turned on Clua Console and I'm playing on story mode. I'm like, no, I'm not worrying about gold. I'm just going to play this game so I can get the story that I have been unsuccessful in getting for so many decades.
Stop, they're over.
I honestly, those games are almost unplayable without Clua. I'm sure there are other people who play them just fine, but for me, I definitely prefer them with the console. Especially, it's so hard. Like, I carry the frickin' Golden Pantaloons with me for the entire first game, and they still don't import over correctly into the second game. It's just super frustrating. Who do I need to shoot?
You can't do this, Jong.
Everyone shut up! Let me think.
What's going on?
You won't get away with this.
Get her out of here!
Get away from her, you son of a bitch!
Lisbeth!
But I've never actually gotten to the part where the Golden Pantaloons pay off.
I can see you! All of you! Shepard. Damn it. I knew it was too much to hope the Geth would kill you. I found some interesting facts about you in the Exogenic database.
Really?
I know what happened on Akuz. This doesn't have to end like that.
Well, you better start talking if you don't want it to end that way.
What do you think you're doing, Jong?
Communications are back up. Exogenic wants this place purged.
This is a human colony, Jong. You can't just repurpose us.
It's not just you. There's something here far more valuable than a few colonists.
You're after the one unique thing Pharos has.
The Thorian.
Thorian.
The what?
I keep hearing as Tholian, but it's not.
Telepathic life form living under Zoo's Hope. It's taking control of the colonists there. Exogeny knew all along.
You won't
Hi,
get
Lord
away with
Portico.
this, Jong.
So you keep saying, but nobody's gonna miss a few colonists.
Apparently, I cannot go Paragon or Renegade on this. How is the torpedo this morning? That is a very I maybe could have paid attention to phrasing on that, but I don't have a ding counter, but I think that would count. Nobody's going to miss a few colonists.
I won't let you hurt these people anymore. Drop your weapon, or be prepared to use it.
If that's the way it has to be, heck, come on, come on!
Oh my.
As if we don't have enough problems. Now we're shooting each other in the back.
I shot him in the
It's
face.
my fault. I knew what was going on and I didn't do anything.
Don't you start. You do good work, and you know it. So what now, Commander?
So birthday bits is referring to the whole month. Today is not the birthday. My birthday is on Blood of the Void Day today, or this month. Hi, Millie Glitch. Good zone to you. But yes, I did label this month's bit goal as birthday bits because my birthday is this month. And I have the day off, and I'm probably going to stream a little bit extra time on that Monday before we go over to Blood of the Void. Assuming they're live. I think they will be. Thank you, Millie. The
We need
Thorian.
to find out why the Geth are after the Thorian.
The colonists won't let you near the Thorian. They die first. They're under its control.
Holy mackerel! I see it, but I'm not sure I even have the alerts turned on this. One moment. That deserves an alert. Did I turn them off? I did, but I can fix that. Freaking 10,000! The whole goal in one Portico! I knew the torpedo was here. I did not expect the torpedo to hit quite like that. Thank you so much. Oh dear. What is... I have never seen the 10,000 bit cake. Wow. Thank you very, very much. That was unexpected. It says 200%, but it was really only 100%. Streamlabs has a problem counting. When I replayed the alert, and now I'm confused. And one moment, let me just fix that. Because this... And I'm not changing the freaking goal. It's just gonna be known that this was all Lord Portico topping out the goal on like the second day it was there. Thank you so much. That was very distracting. I don't remember. We're talking.
What else am I supposed to do?
I don't
There's
know what I
always
just
another
clicked.
way.
think there is. You could safely use a nerve agent to neutralize the colonists.
Like a gas grenade.
Releasing clouds of nerve gas doesn't seem like a particularly good idea.
It's not like it's weapons grade. The insecticide we use in the grow labs contains trace amounts of tetraclopine, a neuromuscular degenerator. If their nervous systems are already weakened, it may act as a paralyzing agent.
We might be able to adapt a concussion grenade to deploy it.
Just ignoring the beginning of the semester altogether, Kira, sounds like a good idea. We might be able to adapt. Okay, sure.
Sounds
I'm
good.
lost.
I'll do what I can.
I'm so distracted. I've missed this
Excellent.
conversation.
Thank you so much, Commander.
Equip your grenades with the anti-thorium gas upgrade. This will disable infected colonists without killing them.
We'll stay out of your way until you clear it.
So wait, I have to learn how to use my grenades? Because I certainly have not remembered how I do that. Where are they? Grenade launcher. Anti-thorium gas. Well, I have done that part at least. Return to Zhu's Hope. Oh, no, I know how to... I just don't remember... I think it's G to throw a grenade? I haven't used grenades since, like, the first day I played this game. Step 1, throw at wall. Step 2, rebound into face. Step 3, profit. Oh, yes, that is a good callback. It's not even a callback to my stream, but... I think that's it, Millie. Somewhere there is a thing that tells me the controls. Key bindings. G, throw grenade. So, yeah. Somewhere, Portico, on Eric's channel, that should still be clipped, I think. Grenade to the face, it was hilarious. Eric was playing a Terminator video game and was at the very end. It's like this game where you had to go through all in one go. And he was at the very, very end and went to throw a grenade for like the final killing blow, and it bounced off of a piece of environment, came back and hit him in the face and killed him. And it was hilarious. How do I get out of here? I thought I just went through this door. But this door doesn't seem to want to let me go through. Alright. Rothian Skyway. That's where I want to go. I has a confused. I mean, I'll leave behind the Mako if I have to, but oh, there's a wall console. Maybe they want me on foot? Maybe shooting the console worked? Nope. Apparently I just had to open it manually and then get back in the Mako. Oh, got them. That wasn't too bad. Oh, grocery delivery sounds lovely. They do not deliver it here that I have found. How do you even do grocery delivery, Kira? I've been able to find, like, grocery... I'm so confused. I can go and have them loaded into my trunk. Oh, Instacart. That's not creepy at all.
What is that?
Zombies. We have zombies.
Infection or not?
No hitting the colonists, even if the Thorian makes them fire on us. That's what the gas grenades are for.
I'm gonna try.
You got it, Commander. Let's do this.
Am I gonna have to kill them? Feels like I may have to kill them eventually. 16 colonists alive. Holy mackerels! This is some 28 Days Later shit. Portico, we used to do, like, how we would order ahead and have to go and pick it up, curbside, and we stopped that because the produce we got was crappy. And because, they didn't just do bad substitutions, they did no substitutions. And so there were times where it was like, okay, we put things on this list for a specific recipe, and they had potentially simple substitutions they could do, and they didn't do them. Like, we ordered a package of like 3 pork chops, and they come in like packages of 2 chops or 3 chops or 1 chop, and rather than giving us any pork chops, they just gave us nothing. And it was like, but now I have to still go into a grocery store, which was the whole point of getting them that way, was that I didn't have to go into the grocery store and do shopping. But I would go and pick up the pre-ordered groceries and then still have to go into the grocery store. So we sort of stopped that. What the heck? I was shooting you and you were not responding, and now I show up and you respond, and this is just not acceptable. No zombies. Zombies are not welcome here.
I'll kill you.
I almost started shooting, and then I remembered I'm supposed to try and keep them alive. Although, aren't they just gonna become zombies too? They're already infected. Where did all these zombies come from? There weren't this many colonists. And if I'm keeping all the colonists alive, where the heck did these guys come from? Also, that sounds great. Heckin' Jiminy Christmas. Oh, the grenades work on them too? nice that the grenades
They're definitely protecting the Borealis. We've got to move one of those cargo blocks.
they came from plot replicators. Which kind of replicators? The Star Trek or Stargate type? Stargate, of course, yes.
Fire in the hole.
The Stargate ones, because they're freaking scary. And they can mimic human form, if I remember correctly. These guys remind me of the Gentleman from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the episode Hush. Although they're not floating. But they certainly remind me of the Gentleman. Honestly, Hush was one of the best episodes of Buffy. The one where they didn't talk at all, but still had a great story.
Get down.
Perimeter secured.
Raider crane controls. Oh, gotcha. I remember them saying something about...
I tried to fight it, but it gets in your head. You can't imagine the pain.
Do we have a transformation now?
Leader, these people trusted me. It wants me to stop you, but I won't. I won't!
Not a transformation. Well, a transformation from living to dead. Not what I was expecting to see happen. Am I supposed to go here? One second, my mouse is... I use a wired mouse and it was catching on something. I should probably level up. Let us see. There's no, like, sniper rifle skill, which is weird. That is the gun that I keep using the most. It's very strange. In Andromeda, I used biotics almost exclusively, and in this game, I'm using the sniper rifle all the time. I'm gonna go with Master Lift. And might as well do Advanced Marksman on the piss. Hayden. I'll give you some more lift. Ollie. Boosting that. I don't know if those were good choices, but, you know, we'll find out. Minimize casualties is the name of this portion of the mission. Fight your way to the freighter and down into the Thorian's lair. Kill Thorian creepers at will, but avoid slaying the colonists. You can safely knock them out using melee attacks or grenades equipped with the anti-Thorian upgrade. Gotcha. two different kinds of zombies. We have techno zombies and bio zombies. If you haven't seen, my mug today is the N7. But on the back it says, I should go. And I think most people, you would see the I should go. Seems like a lot of people pick up their drinks with their right hand. I don't, though. I always pick up my drink with my left hand. So whatever's on the... I don't know. Anyway, never mind. Disco zombies? Disco skeletons. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. I think I go... Continue into the underground. Of course. The safest place to be is under the sea. I don't know why. I mean, I said it because it rhymed. We're definitely not under the sea. Under the sea. Under the sea. Disco skeletons are fine, just don't want zombies flinging those. Okay, so now I'm thinking about David S. Pumpkins. And I'm not even a huge... I don't even really like Tom Hanks. But now I'm thinking of David S. Pumpkins. Okay, I don't want to approach the creeper. But shooting him while he's like that does nothing.
Alright, we just need to find this creature and determine what it... Kira, what is that?
That's a great question, Tali. That's a plant?
That does not look like any plant I've ever seen. This may be problematic.
What? This is some Eldritch horror shit. I feel like this scene could be at the start of Baldur's Gate 3. Ew. That's not great.
Invaders, your every step is a transgression. 1,000 feelings
She's
of crazy
green.
was meat, good only to dig or decompose. I speak for the old growth as I did for Saren. You are within and before the Thorian. It commands that you be in awe.
It commands me to be in awe? Oh, you cannot command me to be in awe. Oh, that's just awful. Disco Thulu! I love it! Oh, no, oh, no, oh my god! Oh my god. Portico. I must have a Disco Thulu emote. That is going to be a thing. I have written it down. Disco Thulu is perfect. We are going to have a Disco Thulu emote. I don't know what I will sacrifice to make it happen. I'll probably move something else to like tier 2 or something just so it's still there, or maybe I'll move it. I think I can do bit emotes. So I might do that. But that's perfect. I love it. And now I need a Disco Thulu emote. If you weren't aware, I actually really love like Cthulhu as a character, Lil Cthulhu especially. Not so keen on the author who created the mythos, but anyway, I speak for the old growth as I did for Saren. You are within and before the Thorian. It commands that you be in awe. 10k bit emote. Yes, that is true, Millie, and I had that thought as well. Here to make a deal.
You gave something to Saren. Something I need.
Saren sought knowledge of those who are gone. The old growth listened to flesh for the first time in the long cycle. Trades were made. Then cold ones began killing the flesh that would tend the next cycle. Flesh fairly given. The old growth sees the air you push as lies. It will listen no more.
I generally am fond of old growth. This thing's creepy. I'm gonna ask for the colonists to be let
I
go.
won't let you keep your thralls. Release them, now.
No more will the Thorian listen to those that scurry. Your lives are short, but have gone on too long. Your blood will feed.
Oh, heck. I am not well positioned for this. Where's my cover? Apparently I can't shoot that thing. Well, I know we've had the discussion of why Piers Anthony is not great. There's a dance for skeletons described in one of his books, though, that feels like it would be appropriate. It's in Being a Green Mother, I believe. I don't remember what it was called. You want to blow up the Thorian neural node. Hey, that worked!
That's a start. We'll bring it down yet.
It was a hornpipe, I believe, was the type of dance that I was thinking of, Kira. Bluegrass or rhythm blues. Music that requires playing bones or washboards. Yeah. I believe I was thinking of the Drunken Sailor's hornpipe. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I shot the neural node because it was there. Thorian's not... Find a weak point on the... and take it down. Was that not what I just did? Are there more of those? I bet there are more neural nodes. Hi, Geek Outs! Morris dance? I don't know Morris dance. Please explain as best you're able, or drop me something in the Discord. So far, so good, Geek Outs. More node thingy. How do I get them? One does not simply explain Morris dance? Okay. Maybe... stairs that I can use. Ugh. many of those does he have? Or does he just birth them? Is he a biological cloning device? Why can't I shoot these things? Where are you? I have lost her. Well, thankfully my team got her. I don't know what's wrong with these ones, that they don't want to stand up and get shot.
Perimeter clear.
Thank you, Caden. All ick. Weapon locker? Oh, now they stand up, huh? Just wanted the weapons locker. Portico, I would love to hear your attempt at explaining Morris Dance. Is it a dance named after or created by someone named Morris? English folk dancing involves bell pads on their shins and so. Oh, okay. So, like what Dick Van Dyke did in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. See, now I'm just speaking in cultural references. Dick Van Dyke in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Or... links for the YouTube and Discord.
All targets down.
If I survive this, I may have a look. Okay. I will definitely look. I've never seen any type of it except Dick Van Dyke and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. But knowing that that is a referent for it is helpful. Let me just heal up a little bit here. Creeper is right. And I will say, welcome in Danger is Fear. We do have 10-minute follower-only mode on, but thanks to all of the bot accounts lately, if you are indeed a real person, it'd be lovely if you could just say hello. You don't have to participate in chat after that, but it would be helpful. Once that 10 minutes passes, if you could say hello. Just so that we know that you're a real person. I can't shoot. I really, really hate having to do the whole 10-minute follower-only bit, and to basically check out every single new follower to see if they're some bot. But that's the way things are on Twitch these days. So, thank you everybody who has been here and been supportive of streamers during all of this nonsense. You're a semi-sentient torpedo? I mean, you have been here since day one, so I think you're fine. Medical station. You weren't one of the bots that were part of a bot raid against, or on my channel a couple of weeks ago, so seen some Morris dance when you used to go to some dance festivals. Some other dancing you got roped into doing it, but we don't have to go into it here, but Kira, you're gonna have to go into that sometime. Unless you don't want to. But I would be very interested in knowing about the dances that you ended up having to do. Golly, so much zombie. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Sorry. My brain went to the cranberries.
Perimeter clear.
Really? Those don't look very clear. Now what? Oh! I don't have any more grenades!
You're good to go.
You only participate in bit raids. The vowel is important. No. No Bitcoin. Please no. I may have written, I may have professionally written an article on blockchain and archives, but that does not mean that I support Bitcoin. Yeah, those keys are bad, Kira. Jeepers. They did a really great job designing these to be as creepy as fuck. And I know I don't curse a lot on this channel, but honestly, I don't know why. This is part of my normal thought process and vocabulary, so sorry. The channel was marked as mature. Dogecoin raids? Oh god. So many. With no grenades. Heckin' disgusting. We are? Does that mean you can tell me where I should go next? Because I don't exactly know. What was that you were shooting at? Apparently I should go up somehow? Ah! Thought it was a cliff. Oh, hi there. Nope, 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 nope. This place is full of nopes. And I died. And I haven't... Oh gosh, I haven't saved at all. I think we're just at the beginning of this section, though. that's not bad. That's the gun I was looking for. Bitcoin. All the environmental friendliness of coal with none of the upsides. Yeah.
Over here, Commander. Definitely
Hi, Rangitis.
different in this area.
Wait, I don't know what you're referring to about last night. Oh. Wait, what was last night?
That's a start. We'll bring it down yet.
Oh! You finished watching She-Ra. I remember seeing that in the Streampunks Discord, that you had finished watching that. I didn't pay attention though because I have not started watching She-Ra. I just finished watching Legend of Korra. You're not opposed to Morris dancing if you can have a stick. I mean, what else would you do with the stick other than hit people? Sometimes people need to be hit. I was doing better with the sniper rifle. I hear you. Definitely do better with the sniper rifle than I did with the or the automatic gun. I just have to remember it's possible to use the sniper rifle without zooming in for the times when I'm not far away. Hit other sticks to make noise. And I have discovered you do not need the grenades to take out the nodes, which at first I thought was necessary.
Over here,
That's a start. We'll bring it down yet.
over here, Commander. Definitely something different
Yes.
in this area.
I got you, Tali. It's weird, but in the middle of playing this game and chatting with you all, I suddenly have a craving for egg drop soup. Which is a very weird thing to suddenly have a craving for. We had eggs and rice for lunch, or brunch. But yeah, egg drop soup. When in doubt, grenade out! Torian's not interested in talking. Find a weak point. Take it down. I mean, am I not being infected while I do this? I feel like I'm being infected. It feels very infectious. Also, this does not seem like a plant. He's able to spit them out wearing clothes, too, which is very, very interesting. I'm very curious about the mechanics of its cloning technology, that it is able to spit out fully formed Asari wearing clothes. moaning. What? Oh gosh. Super, super creepy. This is some horror movie shit. That is true. Some Pokemon do come out wearing clothes. Okay, a few more of these Thorian creepies down. Thorian, Tholian, they're both creepy. Do you remember in the original Star Trek, original series, there was that episode with the enormous brain that had individual brain cells that latched on to, I believe Spock was infected with one, and they looked kind of like that, only not as bulgy. It's like a galaxy-sized brain and encompassed multiple planets, and yeah, I was just thinking about that while playing this. Where's the next node? I'm not doing good at, like, taking cover during this. So much creep. So many creep. Hey! Killing the node took them all down. That was nice. And here comes another weird Asari clone thingy. Is that? Oh, it's an ability that I don't think applies on this gun. Okay. I'm gonna try and actually use cover. I like cover. Where did she go? I tried. I did not do well. At the using cover. This fight is just really hard to get good cover angles on. Twitch Mobile makes it easy for you to accidentally block or ban people? Have not noticed that, but then again, I do not have big thumbs. I think that's the fastest I've ever decrypted one. Okay, I feel like we're getting close to the point where I died the first time, so I'm just gonna throw in a little save here. Okay. Where to now? Ah! We have some... We got a live one here! Or... if you can call them live. I don't know if you can. Live. Yeah, live in quotes. They're moving. I don't know that I would call them live. We got an undead one here. He's trying to stay alive. Oh no, Disco Undead! I am not dead yet. Do a dance and shake. I can't remember the lyrics. From Spamalot, the Not Dead Yet song. We are not dead yet. Hey, lady. Hey, she's gone. Good shot, Caden. I am not dead yet, I can dance and I can sing. I am not dead yet, I can do the Highland Fling. I am not dead yet, no need to go to bed. No need to call the doctor cause I'm not yet dead. Thank you, Lord Portico. I'm like, I know the tune, I can't remember the lyrics today. It seemed appropriate. I should probably not sing too much Spamalot because I don't have a license to sing it. And DMCA. You haven't listened to that song in years. There's targets on the... Hayden, you better follow me when I move forward. I'm gonna need ya. Where'd she go? Where did she go? I don't know what happened to the Asari. I will say, you all have done a great job of not spoiling things, because I had no idea that the Thorian was anything to worry about at all. Like, I'm aware of, like, the Geth. It was hard to play this game and not be aware of them. I had no clue about the Thorian. Copyright Trollsters. Spamalot denied. We upset the mods with our Spamalot. Yes. Grand. It's a nondescript, non-copyrighted lullaby. How about I just sing the happy birthday song? And we can all fight over whether it's copywritten or not. Which is always a fun debate. Eye out for IP Pixies. The back and forth over whether the tune for Happy Birthday is under copyright or not has just been ridiculous. And yet, a thing. I mean, the zombies don't have a good sense of direction, thankfully. Apparently, I'm having trouble killing this thing. But I made the Asari clone float, so she'll be easier to kill. Someone named Alice managed to keep the patent pixies from invading the internet. Alice? Alice who? Sorry. I have a friend Alice who would be a possibility there. But I think you're referring to something more generally, and my brain was just like thinking about my mod, Alice. Wait, an actual Asari now?
I suppose I should thank you for releasing me.
Who are you?
How did you end up inside that thing?
My name is Shiala. I served Matriarch Benezia. When she allied herself with Saren, so did I. Benezia foresaw the influence Saren would have. She joined him to guide him down a gentler path. But Saren is compelling. Benezia lost her way.
What? Oh, Alice versus CLS Bank in a Supreme Court case that limited the ability to patent computerized processes. I do not know lots about the law, so I was not aware of that case. Saren is compelling. We do have some very specific humor.
Control minds?
I enjoy having it
Benezia
explained.
underestimated Saren as I did. We came to believe in his cause and his goals. The strength of his influence is troubling.
She tried to manipulate Saren, but in the end, her plan backfired.
Asari matriarchs are among the most intelligent and powerful beings in the galaxy. How could one fall under Saren's control?
Saren has a vessel, an enormous warship unlike anything I've ever seen. He calls it Sovereign. It can dominate the minds of his followers. They become indoctrinated to Saren's will. The process is subtle. It can take days, weeks, but in the end, it is absolute.
So brainwashing.
I was a willing slave when Saren brought me to this world. He needed my biotics to communicate with the Thorian, to learn its secrets. Saren offered me in trade. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian.
Third-party privacy beholders. On the internet, there are always privacy beholders. I was sacrificed to secure an alliance between Saren and the Thorian. That's not great, but
Then why were the Geth
tell me more.
trying to destroy the Thorian?
After Saren had what he needed, the Thorian became a liability. Saren knows you are searching for the conduit. He knows you are following his steps. He attacked the Thorian so you could not gain the cipher.
What's the cipher? And why did Saren need it?
The beacon on Eden Prime gave you visions. But the visions are unclear.
This is
confusing.
indeed true.
They were meant for a Prothean mind. To truly comprehend them, you must think like a Prothean. You must understand their culture, their history, their very existence.
Okay.
The Thorian was here long before the Protheans built this city. It watched and studied them. When they died, it consumed them. They became a part of it.
Uh-huh. Okay. So
So the
Cypher's
Thorian
knowledge.
taught Saren to think like a Prothean. How?
The cipher is the very essence of being a Prothean. It cannot be described or explained. It would be like describing color to a creature without eyes. To understand, you must have access to endemic ancestral memory, a viewpoint spanning thousands of Prothean generations. I sensed this ancestral memory, the cipher, when I melded with the Thorian. Our identities merged, our minds intertwined. Such knowledge cannot be taught. It simply exists.
Privacy like art is in the eye of internet beholders. Well, have I ever told you about selling waterfront property in Nevada? Do you remember that old one? Have I got a great deal for you? I will sell you this digital item that says that you own this digital item about this real thing. It's art. NFTs, they're called. And they give you ownership over absolutely nothing. They're just a way for you to spend lots and lots of money to have a digital certificate that says that you have a digital certificate about a thing. That's all they are. Yeah, how nifty! And they're destroying the environment because they take tons and tons and tons of power for what is essentially me selling you waterfront or oceanfront property in Nevada. Alright. So, what can you tell me? There has to be some way you can tell me
I need
something.
that knowledge to stop Saren.
There is a way. I can transfer the knowledge from my mind to yours, as I did with Saren.
So you're gonna mind meld with me.
Try to relax, Commander. Slow, deep breaths. Let go of your physical shell. Reach out to grasp the threads that bind us.
My mind, your mind,
Every action sends
Your
ripples
mind,
across the galaxy.
my mind.
Every idea must touch another mind to live. Each emotion must mark another's spirit. We are all connected. Every living being united in a single glorious existence.
Just don't mate with me.
Open yourself to the universe, Commander. Embrace eternity.
Okay. More confusing visions. Now I feel like I'm watching the opening to Contact. The like pull back planet reminded me of Contact. Okay, was she reading our mind there?
I have given you the cipher, just as it was given to Saren. The ancestral memories of the Protheans are a part of you now.
What just happened? Are you okay?
Oh, he's worried about me. Someday, Caden, we'll be together. I'll be fine.
I saw something. It still didn't make any sense.
You have been given a great gift. The experience of an entire people. It will take time for your mind to process this information.
Okay.
You look pretty rough. We should get you back to the ship.
I'm sorry if you have suffered, but there was no other way. You needed the cipher. In time, it will help you understand the vision from the beacon.
Kira, the jokes are great. Okay, there's an investigate option. I must take it. Ooh, the Thorian, Sovereign, Matriarch, Saren, personal questions. Let's ask about the Thorian first.
Is there anything else you can tell me about the Thorian?
When the creature enveloped me, I became part of it, but I still don't truly understand it. So alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a few frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
What should I do with you? You sound almost sad. It was an abomination, or I can't let you go. I'm going with you sound almost sad. Which I understand that sentiment, but also, that thing was a monster.
Don't tell me you feel sorry for that thing.
The Thorian was a unique life form. A sentient being that lived for 50,000 years, maybe more. There is nothing even remotely like it in the known galaxy. I'm grateful you saved me from a life of thraldom. Yet I cannot help but feel some sorrow for the loss of such a rare and remarkable creature.
Thraldom is such an interesting word. I had never considered that the word thrall could have that formation. Sorry, I got caught up on a piece of vocabulary that had never occurred to me but makes perfect sense. Thraldom.
Tell me more about this ship Saren has.
Sovereign is alien. I do not know how it was built or where it comes from. Its design does not match that of any known spacefaring species.
Where is the ship? I want to see it.
Any vessel in the Citadel or Alliance fleet.
I want to pilot it.
Its weapons are devastating. Its defenses virtually impenetrable. With it,
it's Saren's ship.
believes he is unstoppable.
The online dictionary acknowledges it as a word. I mean, it makes perfect sense as a word form. I had just never thought of it. And thrall is a word that I've known for a while because of D&D and other things. Portico, I just saw your joke. It controls minds?
You said Saren uses it to manipulate his followers.
The indoctrination. There is an energy about Sovereign. You feel drawn to the ship. It makes Saren's arguments more persuasive, more compelling. Spend enough time in Sovereign's presence and you will lose yourself. There is no other way to explain it.
Ask more about Sovereign. Let's ask about the
Matriarch.
Matriarch.
More about Benezia.
Tell me about
Benezia was greatly respected among our people.
Marina
A
Sirtis.
powerful biotic, even for an Asari. She was widely known as a teacher of philosophy and religion. She always sought the paths of peace and harmony. She joined with Saren because she hoped to turn him away from his path of destruction.
Yeah, I'd say it back.
Instead, she became one of his most powerful allies.
As I mentioned before, Matriarch Benezia underestimated Saren. Be sure you do not make the same mistake.
What else can you tell me about Saren?
There is little I could tell you that you do not already know. He's powerful, he's charismatic, and he is dangerous. Once I followed him, blind to his true nature. But now I see he's leading the galaxy into an age of darkness and suffering.
At some point, I'm gonna need to go back and look at some gameplay of like the original version of this,
Is there anything else
just
you
to
can tell me
see
about the
how
Thorian?
drastic the difference
When the
is.
creature
Because this is
enveloped
really
me, I
pretty.
became part of it, but I still don't truly understand it. So alien, so ancient. Its exact age is impossible to know. It measured time differently. 10,000 years of hibernation broken by a
Got
few
that lineup.
frantic centuries of activity. Its mind was awesome, magnificent. It transcended all classification. And now it is gone.
What should I do with...
Now that you're free of the Thorian, what are you planning to do next?
If you allow it, I would like to stay here with the colonists. They have suffered greatly, and I played a role in their suffering. I would like to make amends.
Sure.
The colonists will need all the help they can get. They'll be happy to have you on their side.
Thank you, Commander. May fortune smile upon you.
Figure out how to get rid of whatever
We did.
remnants are in your
The Thorian
bodies.
gone, we can start rebuilding for ourselves again. And we're free of Exogeni's threats. We're back to being just a little nowhere colony. Thank you, Commander.
Apparently, I've hit 75%. I've accumulated 75% of all possible Paragon points. I just got an achievement. Codex. Gibson vehicle.
Faster than lightning,
Sovereign.
is the flagship of the rogue Spectre Saren. An enormous dreadnought larger than any other ship in any known fleet. It is crewed with both Geth and Krogan. At 2 kilometers long, its spinal-mounted main gun is likely capable of penetrating another dreadnought's kinetic barriers with a single shot. How Saren acquired this incredible warship is unknown. The prevailing opinion is that Sovereign is a Geth construct, while others believe it is a Prothean relic. Its design, however, hints at a
Both
more
possible.
alien and mysterious origin. The attack on Eden Prime demonstrated Sovereign's ability to generate mass effect fields powerful enough to land on a planetary surface. This implies it has a massive Element Zero core, and the ability to generate staggering amounts of power.
There's a big ship. Investigate sample. I have side quests! I have side quests to do. Alright. I'm excited because we just finished some big main questy stuff. And there are more side quests! Yes, and with that, we abandoned the Maine quest with all haste. Before I dive into these side quests, I do need to take a quick break. So while I do that, you should feel free to hydrate yourself, get some snacks, stretch your body, do whatever you need to do to take care of yourself, and I will be back in just a couple of minutes, and we will continue with some side quest. Okay, I'm back. I don't know how long it was. It was long enough for me to do what I needed to do on my break. So, welcome back. Hopefully you are all doing well and managed to get some good beverage or a snack or just, you know, stretch your body a bit. One moment. Look at something. Okay. Anyway, we are going to be diving into some of these side quests before we go and do more main quest. You never made your coffee! I'm sorry, Portico! I never make my coffee. Because I rarely drink it. But when I do, it's because I'm absolutely exhausted from the world wanting me to be operating on hours from, like, I don't know, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and my body wanting me to operate on hours from, like, 10 a.m. to 2 a.m. So, thanks, Millie. Welcome back yourself. You can fix it by always making coffee. Alright, so we've got a couple. I still need one Asari writings. I don't know where it is. Pharos. Deliver OSD to Hassel. I think that is the next one we should do because we're on Pharos. And this one requires us to go to the Maroon Sea Cluster. And this one requires us to go also to the Maroon Sea. So I think we do investigate facility next. No, Pharos, data recovery. So I just need to find Hassel at the refugee camp. You don't drink coffee at all, and it's not just because you have an anxiety disorder that doesn't gel well with caffeine. You feel certain I will find that last one? Okay. Thanks, Millie. I won't stress too much about it. Orangitis. Coffee just does not... My body reacts very strongly to it, to its laxative effects, which is why I don't drink it. Otherwise, I get jittery with too much infusion of caffeine. I'll get, like, shaky, which happens most often when I take Excedrin for the headaches that I get because of weather. So, you know, my body's just not great all the time.
Any luck finding my workstation out in the ruins?
I did find it for you, Mr. Hassel.
Transfer it to your OSD.
That's very good news indeed. Thank you.
Sure, no problem.
I was there anyway. It was the least I could do.
Well, I appreciate it. Here, you.
What'd I get?
Thanks again.
I got some XP and some Omnigel and some money! Woo! I don't know why I'm so excited about that. So I have, like, not even one notch in Renegade, and I've got, like, all of this in Paragon. Someday I will have to try playing again to see if I can play Renegade. My guess is that it will not be successful, because from other games I have learned that I struggle. I can never play the evil option. How do I get back to my ship? I need to go on my ship. How do I do that? Usually it's on the map button, but it's not there. I don't know how to return to the Normandy from here. I don't know how to get out of the refugee base. Maybe I need to talk to Bynum?
It'll be tough going, but we'll...
You saved most of the infected. It'll take time to recover from the physical effects, but they'll be all right.
I fought so hard, but any thought of my own caused so much pain.
I will do what I can to assist the colony in this difficult time. I am ashamed of the damage done to the lives of these people.
Yeah, I already asked you all the questions. Well, personal question.
I want to know more about you.
There is nothing remarkable about me. I was merely one of Matriarch Benezia's disciples. For nearly 2 centuries, I followed her, learning at her feet. When Benezia revealed her plan to join Saren, she gave her disciples a choice. Only those who were willing had to follow her. Many felt her plan was too dangerous, but I believed in her. I thought she could turn Saren away from his insanity. Instead, we joined him in it.
I wouldn't say there's nothing remarkable about you, considering you were inside of a giant plant squid creature thing, and had multiple clones made of you by that giant plant squid creature thing.
Farewell, Commander. I wish you well in your hunt.
I got a codex entry on this. I'm not even at the refugee place.
So thrilled to see a soldier. Forgive my previous inaction, but under the Thorian's influence, every thought was examined and filtered.
Medium coarse grind, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, pinch of salt, 1 to 12 coffee to water ratio. Sounds good to me. I don't really know, though, what the coffee to water ratio should be. I've never experimented that much, but cinnamon in coffee is good.
Ooh. What will you do now that the fighting is over?
I may stay, try to recover my losses. I can have new supplies delivered within weeks. Perhaps the colony will survive after all.
And
let me see
what do you have to sell? Do you have any licenses for me?
Return in the future, and I may even have more to see.
Although I've never actually bought anything but the licenses from the stores. Tornado 4. What about this one? Shotgun. Tornado 9. Not bad. Equalize. My sniper rifle is better than Stole. I don't need to buy anything. I really just want to figure out how to get to my ship. There it is. I just have to walk there. Somehow. To my right. Strangely, this being lost and not knowing where I'm going seems super familiar. It's behind me. I definitely did not get lost in Andromeda and struggle to find my ship so that I could leave. That did not happen at all.
Thank you for freeing us.
Espresso cappuccino latte drinker. Experimenting flavored sugars and homemade syrups. See, I don't really do coffee because, like I said, my body reacts to it very strongly. So instead, I do chai, but occasionally, if I really want or really need some caffeine, I'll do chai with a shot of espresso in it, otherwise known as a dirty chai. But I also enjoy experimenting with flavors. Lately, I've been doing the dirty chai with oat milk when I go to the local coffee shop. And that's been really good. I found the ship! Hopefully none of those plant spores are in my body.
Decontamination in progress.
Commander, you look pale. Are you suffering any ill effects from the cipher?
Well, you could say yes. I was just brain probed! I feel strange.
The cipher shook me up a bit.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Why does everybody want to be in my head, except for the one person that I would want in my head? I don't want all of these Asari in my head. Just put Caden in there. I do have a basic espresso machine. So, I know that for a dirty chai, it's best to do a ristretto rather than a standard espresso shot, but the coffee shops usually can't do ristretto. Like the machines at Starbucks definitely can't do ristretto, so you can ask for it, but you're just going to get a regular espresso shot. The difference being that ristretto pushes the water through the grounds faster. You get the caffeine and a little bit of the flavor, but it's not as bitter. So apparently I know a little bit. What I want is a milkshake machine. The one with like the metal cup and the blade, so that I can just put some ice cream and some milk and just like make a shake whenever I want. That's what I want. Not that I need it, but it is on my wish list for a possible birthday gift. My grandmother used to have one, and it's one of the things I remember about her kitchen. It was one of the few things we were allowed to actually use. Yeah. Very easy to make a decent milkshake with those little machines. It's worth a shot. I'm not going to say go ahead.
We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander.
Race eternity. More disturbing images.
Incredible.
Disturbing, I think, is the word you mean.
Research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are.
We're not in a tent. We're on a ship.
Strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Come on, get to the point. What did you see?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the commander's mind is incomplete.
Now you're telling me I'm having incomplete visions? That's just unfair.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit, but I did not see anything that would help us find it.
This was pointless. Broody.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision, what was there at least, but something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... I am sorry.
You're
the
swoon.
journey is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
Before you do that, tell me, did you just suggest that we go and find Saren and that he and I link minds together so that we can have the complete vision? Because I think that's what I heard you say, and that doesn't sound like a great idea at all. Sorry. Lord Portico, your comment of Liara needs a cigarette, combined with it didn't tire me out. Just... Oh gosh. I'm not choosing that option, but oh my.
Dr. Chakwas should take a look at you.
That will not be necessary. I just need some rest. Somewhere quiet.
Alright, go ahead.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Do I really want to talk to the Council? Probably should. She'll be in her bunk.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
I don't really want to talk
Commander,
to them, but...
Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
No kidding.
Been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
It's better off this way.
Thorian liked to enslave minds. Anyone who studied it would have ended up as one of its thralls.
Perhaps it's for the best then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Oh, more speciesist things. Spiratus, can't you just accept that there are other species in the universe? I have. Look at my crew. I help everyone.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander.
Well, that was foreshadowing.
For your next report.
If I've ever seen it. I don't know what it's foreshadowing, because first playthrough and I don't know what's coming up, but that certainly sounded like foreshadowing. Am I about to have a command test where I have to put somebody in danger and decide and tell them to go and basically sacrifice themselves for the mission? Ooh, Codex. Council races. Military doctrine? Oh, Asari. Military doctrine. The Asari military resembles a collection of tribal warrior bands with no national structure. Each community organizes its own unit as the locals see fit, and elect a leader to command them. Units from populous cities are large and well equipped, while those from farm villages may be only a few women with small arms. There is no uniform. Everyone wears what they like. The Asari military is not an irregular militia, however. Those who serve are full-time professionals. The average Asari huntress is in the maiden stage of her life and has devoted 20 to 30 years to studying the martial arts. Asari choose to be warriors at a young age, and their education from that point is dedicated to sharpening the mind and body for that sole purpose. When they retire, they possess an alarming proficiency for killing. Huntresses fight individually or in pairs, depending on the tactics preferred in their own town. One-on-one, a huntress is practically unbeatable, possessing profound tactical insight, a hunter's eye, and a dancer's grace and alacrity. Biotics are common enough that some capability is... Third time's the charm. Biotics are common enough that some capability is a requirement to be trained as a huntress. Lack of biotic talent excludes a young Asari from military service. While fluid and mobile, Asari can't stand up in a firestorm the way a Krogan, Turian, or human could. Since their units are small and typically lack heavy armor and support weapons, they are almost incapable of fighting a conventional war, particularly one of a defensive nature. So Asari units typically undertake special operations missions. Like an army of ninja, they are adept at ambush, infiltration, and assassination, demoralizing and defeating their enemies through intense, focused guerrilla strikes. As a popular Turian saying puts it, the Asari are the finest warriors in the galaxy. Fortunately, there are not many of them. Foreshadowing comment redacted by a large cyborg squid. Alarming proficiency. Yeah. From here on out, I'm describing some of the skills on my CV as alarming proficiency. That seems like it would be accurate, Kira. The 100th save. I know there are side quests, but we just did main quest and now I have to go talk to everybody. Okay, I'll talk to
Yes,
Presley.
Commander?
Yeah, you don't say anything.
Carry on, Presley.
I don't like you, Presley. Does Joker have anything new to say?
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies.
I'd like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you?
Joker!
I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me.
This is not the conversation I wanted.
I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I know that.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know?
I think there's a problem possibly with your memory, Joker, because we've had this exact conversation a couple of times now.
Force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack. It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I have to
Who
go.
apparently doesn't really have anything new to say to me. And I want new dialogue unlocks. That's what I want. New dialogue unlocks. I thought that was the whole point of main questing. Caden? Have anything to say to me?
Anything you need, Commander?
Yeah, I'm looking for personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the Thorian.
I don't like any of the options.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Smug aliens, we show them. I don't like that third option. That's the I'm too good for everything response. That's your training talking. Every other race is wrapped up in their own problem. That's your training talking.
So can I guess this will add to your resentment against aliens?
Resentment? Against aliens? I'm not... What makes you think that?
I think you'd carry a grudge over the crap you took from Vernus.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them.
Yeah, that's not much time at all.
Who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
Tell me the story.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talon, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. But at 17, that's something.
Oh.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed him, Shepard. snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they
Seemed like
got
it was
him
your
to an
fault.
infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
Fair enough.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds. Present company accepted, of course.
Well, depends on what you mean by out of their minds, because I would say maybe just a little out of my mind for you. That was cheesy. Sorry. Oh. Oh. I'm messing with Windows. 1 second. Make sure that I've got things positioned so that I know what's going on. Is there more? Can I talk to Kaidan more?
Anything you need, Commander?
I don't want to go through that entire conversation again.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
That's not what I meant to do.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
We're all in.
I don't know if there's an exit from the conversation. Okay, good.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Feros. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
That is a romance that should have been in from this game forward. Hey. Isn't there a dispenser in here where you pick up medical supplies or something? Ah, there it is. That's all I wanted.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission, but he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
I'm doing this loop again. I've heard this one before.
Biologics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Kaidan's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Portico, if you weren't so mean to it, it wouldn't be bitter at you.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
I should go.
I should go. So many, like, I get why they're there. I just wish that it was easier to exit a loop once you had started something that you had already heard.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Like, why am I checking up on her? And then I remembered. Are you okay?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
I'm going with that's her job.
Alliance medical personnel take courses in alien biology, just in case.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me about this Benezia person.
Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it.
It's like new stuff?
She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
Maybe she's just evil.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'm gonna get stuck in a long conversation I've already had with this.
You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
I don't like the way that I just said pick up where we left off.
My interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Well, we don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species.
Hydrate.
After spending time with you and your crew, however,
thank you, Millie.
I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
For us?
You can't argue with results.
No, but there are consequences. Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as a bully. You run over anyone who gets in your way. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
Me?
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
Nobody knows. You know, just once, I would love to have a sci-fi universe where the humans aren't the, like, overly aggressive, pushy ones. I guess Star Trek kind of does that, except kind of not. I would just like humans to go out and find out that they are, like, the most peaceful aliens they encounter. I think that would be a different take on things.
Why are you so interested in me?
I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Me or the beacon?
You're interested in me because of my visions. You just want to know more about the Protheans.
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings.
It's not.
I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Chief Williams? Ashley No, God. I am not saying Ash is special, because no. I don't want to say you're an alien, because that's just rude. I don't want to encourage by saying it's not serious. I think I have to go with that's private. Yeah, for a semi-telepathic species, Liara is way off. We gotta shut this shit down right now.
My relationships are none of your business.
I apologize, Commander. I did not mean to pry. I thought there was a mutual attraction.
You're totally off on that.
Obviously, I do not know as much about human relationships as I thought.
You were way off. So, knowing the way that dialogue prompts work in this, saying you were way off will not get me the result of telling her you were way off. I feel like I should just go with, I just want to be friends. So I can stay on good terms with her without encouraging further.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. please, let's talk about something else.
This is also super embarrassing for me, but, wow.
I should go.
I mean, I knew Liara was a romance possibility. I did not know we were at that point. I just want to be friends. Goodbye. Yeah. Got some Codex stuff. Asari religion and Solarian biology somehow. The pantheistic mainstream Asari religion is Siari, which translates roughly as all is one. The faithful agree on certain core truths. The universe is a consciousness, every life within it is an aspect of the greater whole, and death is a merging of one's spiritual energy back into the greater universal consciousness. Siarists don't specifically believe in reincarnation. They believe that spiritual energy returned to the universal consciousness upon death will eventually be used to fill new mortal vessels. Siari became popular after the Asari left their homeworld and discovered their ability to meld with nearly any form of life. This ability is seen as proof that all life is fundamentally similar. Siari priestesses see their role as promoting unity between the disparate shards of the universe's awareness. Before the rise of Siari pantheism, Asari religions were as diverse as their political opinions. The strongest survivor of those days is the monotheistic religion worshipping the goddess Athame. Like the Asari, the goddess cycles through the triple aspects of maiden, matron, and matriarch. And I walk away. Yeah. It's incredibly easy to romance people accidentally, except that the one that I want to romance isn't possible to romance. I mean, is, but not when I'm playing male shep. Stop shipping people. I mean, honestly, it's the same in, off stream I've been playing Baldur's Gate 2, which is also a BioWare game, and was one of their first where they had relationship stuff as part of it, like actual romance stuff. And honestly, I cheat in that one. I created the character that I wanted, and then I put on the girdle of masculinity and femininity so that I would change my character's gender to female long enough to start the romance with the one romanceable male NPC. And then once you start the romance, you can take the girdle back off so that you're the character again, and can still pursue that romance. I mean, all the dialogue he's still saying, like, my lady, and calling me female pronouns through the entire thing, but, just make it available to everybody. Or don't, but make there be an option. Although, if you've not played Siege of Dragonspear, which is the DLC that came out in 2014 that bridges the time period between Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2, in Siege of Dragonspear, there is a male-to-male only romance option. Glint Gildersonson. Glint Gildersonson, I believe is the character's name. It's a gnome NPC that you can have in your party as a bard cleric, I think? I don't remember. And it was a well-written romance, and it fit in really well, and I really enjoyed it. And sad that he's not in Baldur's Gate 2 for me to continue having a romance with. Solarian biology. Solarians are noted for their high-speed metabolism, which allows them to function on just 1 hour of sleep a day. Their minds and bodies work faster than most sapient races, making them seem restless or hyperactive. The drawback of this active metabolism is a short lifespan of around 40 human years. The Solarians are amphibian haplodiploid egg layers. Unfertilized eggs produce males, and fertilized eggs produce females. Once a year, a Salarian female will lay a clutch of dozens of eggs. Social rules prevent all but a fraction from being fertilized. As a result, 90% of the species is male. Salarians have photographic memories and rarely forget a fact. They also possess a form of psychological imprinting, tending to defer to those they knew in their youth. Salarian hatching is a solemn ritual in which the clan Dalatras, matriarch, isolates herself with the eggs. The young Salarians psychologically imprint on her and tend to defer to her wishes. During the hatching of daughters, the Dalatrases of the mother and father's clans are present at the imprinting. This ensures the offspring have equal loyalty to both, ensuring the desired dynastic and political unity. Alright. We're running around talking to people. That's what we're doing. I don't know if we'll actually get to any of the new side quests today. Because we may just be in conversation loops the entire time. Because now I have to go talk to this Ashley person and really let her know that I'm not interested. Because apparently people think I'm interested in Ashley. First we'll visit my quarters and look around, and there's nothing in here. Like, why? What did I ever do to make this game think that I liked Ashley at all? Yes. Hey, Ashley, I just want to be friends. Goodbye. That's the whole conversation.
Commander, good to see you.
Personal questions. Are you dateable?
Seasick a while? Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember the Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel.
Millie, no. I wasn't actually asking. I'm sure I'll figure it out in time, but thanks.
I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts. Organs, mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs.
And Elcor was doing that?
Panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver.
What?
After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full...
This is a lot of lore drop.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
What?
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly.
It's a really long story.
Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Well, let's go get him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest
I
space.
sense a side quest.
By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. They just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Saley?
Let's go find him.
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Saleon, I want to be there when you find him.
That means I'm gonna have to put actual weapons on you. We got a new side quest.
What do you want, Shepard?
Reward for ridiculous dialogue. Side quest!
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
Please expand.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up.
Now, this is a character that should 100% be romanceable.
I wanted him to stop leading
It
the
is
tribes astray.
criminal that they did not
But
make
he couldn't understand how much things had changed.
the Krogan romanceable.
We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No.
They did the same thing in Dragon Age.
He arranged a crush with the tribes.
The dwarf
on neutral ground.
wasn't romanceable either.
He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
What? There's a Krogan place where violence is forbidden?
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to
More
me
undead.
Quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That
Everybody's really
is why
talky.
I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Not a Morris stance.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
I don't think we got a quest out of that one. You have journal entry. Turian biology. The Turian homeworld Palaven has a metal-poor core, generating a weak magnetic field and allowing more solar radiation into the atmosphere. To deal with this, most forms of life on Palaven evolved some form of metallic exoskeleton to protect themselves. Their reflective plate-like skin makes Turians less susceptible to long-term, low-level radiation exposure, but they do not possess any sort of natural armor. A Turian's thick skin does not stop projectiles and directed energy bolts. Although life on Palaven is carbon-based and oxygen-breathing, it is built on dextroamino acids. This places the Turians in a distinct minority on the galactic stage. Quarians are the only other known sapient dextroprotein race. The food of humans, Asaris, and Solarians who evolved in levoamino acid. The food of humans, Asari, or Solarians who evolved in levoamino acid-based biospheres will at best pass through Turian systems without providing any nutrition. At worst, it will trigger an allergic reaction that can be fatal if not immediately treated. So don't share my snacks with Garrus. Krogan culture. The harsh Krogan homeworld conditioned the Krogan psychology for toughness just as it did the body. Krogan have always had a tendency to be selfish, unsympathetic, and blunt. They respect strength and self-reliance and are neither surprised nor offended by treachery. The weak and selfless do not live long. In their culture, looking out for number one is simply a matter of course. After their defeat in the rebellions, the very concept of Krogan leadership was discredited. Where a warlord could once command enough power to bring entire solar systems to heel and become overlord, these days it is rare for a single leader to have more than 1,000 warriors swear allegiance to him. Most Krogan trust and serve no one but themselves. This solitary attitude stems in part from a deep sense of fatalism and futility, profound social effect of the genophage that caused Krogan numbers to dwindle to a relative handful. Not only are they angry that the entire galaxy seems out to get them, the Krogan are also generally pessimistic about their race's chances of survival. The surviving Krogan see no point to building for the future. There will be no future. The Krogan live with an attitude of kill, pillage, and be selfish. For tomorrow, we die. I mean, that makes sense given their current situation. We got a side quest for Garrus. Sweet. Alright, let's have a discussion. You know there's no romance, right?
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
So, what I want to do is I want to pick the Caden option, but I want the conversation to go very differently than I'm sure it would go if I picked that option. So I'm not picking that option. But I have a whole conversation in my mind that needs to happen with Ashley with that prompt. Too late.
Damage is done, Williams.
Oh, shoot me now.
Okay.
One of my sisters.
Sorry.
That's Sarah, the youngest. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
I didn't mean to.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Ask about
Did
Dad.
your father serve with the fleet?
Welcome to Normandy High School.
Took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
And your mama?
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
Okay, that was some weird phrasing. You must know what military wives are like. To talk about your mom? No. Maybe a military mom? She had a freaking degree. She was not just a military wife, and you should not have described her that way. Sorry, I got stuck on that bit. I missed the rest of that, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
The battle of the sexes is not a thing that should be reinforced like that. If you want a fun battle of the sexes, though, Down with Love is a great movie. Hashtag not sponsored by this movie that came out like a decade ago.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy.
Okay, Portico, you are absolutely 100%. This is totally high school.
Relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, 'cause he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left.
Good for her.
On her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Did anything happen while you were home?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her. I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk and there's blood everywhere.
That's awesome.
That's unbelievable. Sarah must be as
Not
good as you.
It's awesome.
Better. I'm more or less a straight-up puncher. When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell.
He did.
Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was going to end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family
I
there.
think biologically speaking, that's probably a good idea, because in space your bones would not develop normally.
All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Bored now. Which I only hear in Allison Hannigan's voice, thanks to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I really don't want to encourage her. Tennyson?
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
I thought you said he was dead.
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Oh.
Your beliefs are
We
your business.
did protect the preaching Hanar, so I can't judge you for religion.
I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
You indeed should. How are we doing? That's a weird question.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
Dismissed, Chief.
Sir.
I feel like I did not successfully shut down a romance there. Humanity and the Systems Alliance. Systems Alliance, military doctrine. The Alliance military is of great concern to the galaxy. At first contact with the Turians, they were completely inexperienced. Turian disdain changed to respect after the relief of Shang-Chi, where the humans surprised them with novel technologies and tactics. The human devotion to understanding and adapting to modern space warfare stunned the staid council races. For hundreds of years, they had lived behind secure walls of long-proven technologies and tactics. Council regards the Alliance as a sleeping giant. Less than 3% of humans volunteer to serve in their military, a lower proportion than any other species. While competent, Alliance soldiers are neither as professional as the Turians nor as skilled as the Asari. Their strengths lie in fire support, flexibility, and speed. They make up for a lack of numbers with sophisticated technical support. VIs, drones, artillery, electronic warfare, and emphasis on mobility and individual initiative. Their doctrine is not based on absorbing and dishing out heavy shocks like the Turians and Krogan. Rather, they bypass enemy strongpoints and launch deep into their rear, cutting supply lines. I'm not 16 or 13 or whatever to make the word rear make me giggle like that. I'm sorry. Rather, they bypass enemy strongpoints and launch deep into their rear, cutting supply lines and destroying headquarters and support units, leaving enemies to wither on the vine. On defense, the human military is a rapid reaction force that lives by Sun Tzu's maxim, "He who tries to defend everything defends nothing." Garrisons are intended for scouting rather than combat, avoiding engagement to observe and report on invaders using drones. The token garrisons of human colonies make it easy for alien powers to secure them, for which the Alliance media criticizes the military. However, the powerful fleets stationed at phase gate nexuses such as Arcturus are just a few hours or days from any colony within their sphere of responsibility. In the event of an attack, they respond with overwhelming force. It may be Normandy High School, but the writers were from Alliance Middle School. Yeah. Who else do we have to talk to? Tali? Anybody we've missed? Engineer Adams.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
What's going on?
Why are you so cheerful?
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
And I don't have anything else I want to ask her. Those options all looked like things I had listened to before.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Yeah, I
Carry on, Adams.
don't see anything really new there. I could ask about the Geth. We've been encountering Geth.
Hey, Shepard. You need something?
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Yeah, we already heard that.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
So, yeah, nothing new from Tali. We had a couple of them that had lots of long new stories. But for the most part, not a whole lot of new stuff. I miss the elevator music from the Citadel. Well, where should we go? The first place on the list. Where is this one? Herschel system in the Kepler Verge. Seems as good a place to start as any.
We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Alright, patch it through.
Take it in the comm room.
Apparently I need to go to the comm room. Where's the comm room? Behind me. They're not gonna let me start these side quests without more side quests.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
Do tell, do tell.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
And?
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options.
They're just blowing static at me, Lord
Good luck,
Cortico.
Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
Well, that gave us a codex entry and a journal thing. It's main quest. 2 new main questy things. But I never did this one. Vermeer. Vermeer? Vermeer's a painter, and it's not spelled that way. You've received word that a Solarian reconnaissance team on Vermeer has information about Saren. The message was unclear, and the Council fears the team is in danger. Go to Vermeer. Well, I don't know where it is, so... And race against time, which sounds like it might be a priority. Saren is searching for the Conduit, an ancient relic dating back to the Prothean extinction. Though the visions burned into your mind by the beacon on Eden Prime, or through the visions, you believe the Conduit is a weapon capable of wiping out all life in the galaxy. Saren must be stopped. You need to explore Pharos, Novaria, the Artemis Tau Cluster, and Virmire to find the clues that will lead you to the conduit before Saren. Well, we've already done Pharos. Seems like they interrupt with their goals and all, trying to interfere with side quests. Wraithfae! Have you been here a while? Did I ever say hi to you? Hi, Wraithfae! Channels the Heart of Gold. Hey, thanks for letting me... I don't know the voice to go with it, but I know what you're going for. Thanks for letting me be your alert system. I just want you to know you've got about 10 minutes left in your stream today, and you don't want to be late for your next activities. Take a few minutes to wrap up, then you do you. If I can help, I know I'm just a door. Just let me know how. T-minus 10 minutes. Thanks again! Turns into a potted petunia. Alright, even though it says race against time, I'm going to assume it's not time critical and that our next destination should still be the Herschel system in the Kepler Verge. But, planets and locations.
Pharos is Virmire is a lush world located on the frontier of the Attican Traverse. Its vast seas and orbital position on the inner life zone have created a wide equatorial band of humid, tropical terrain. Only the political instability of the region has impeded efforts at colonization. Many times the Citadel has opened negotiations to settle Virmire with various criminal gangs and petty dictatorships in the nearby Terminus systems. All fell apart due to internal power shifts within the opposing parties. The Citadel has written off the colonization of Virmire as impossible without significant political change. The Terminus powers themselves are unlikely to ever settle Virmire. Most lack the resources to support settlement of a virgin world, finding it more expedient to steal from their neighbors than build for themselves.
Council races. Solarian's Special Task Group. Solarian intelligence field agents are grouped into an organization called the Special Tasks Group. STG operators work in independent cells, performing dangerous missions such as counter-terrorism, infiltration reconnaissance, assassination, and sabotage. The STG is a proactive organization puncturing worry... That is what it says. The STG is a proactive organization puncturing worrisome trends before they become movements. At any time, a dozen groups are operating covertly within the lawless Terminus systems, sowing dissent among the various factions. Civilian analysts... Sorry, I lost my place. Civilian analysts also note how troublesome hinge point individuals in Terminus frequently meet unexpected deaths. STG operators are feared throughout the galaxy for their clear-eyed, remorseless practicality. They are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their mission, even if it kills civilians or results in the team's own destruction. In many ways, they are akin to the Council Spectres. That word is specters, not scepters. Recently, a number of STG cells have been redeployed from Solarian Union. It is assumed they are in the Terminus and Attican Traverse, investigating reports of Geth activity beyond the Perseus Veil. Alright, before we hop into any side quests, I'm going to save, and this will be where we actually are going to end for today, because it is that time. It is time for the end of the stream, and I'm going to do this. I have a fuzzy thing flying around me. There we go. That's what I wanted. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming by today. it has been an absolutely spectacular stream. I've been really enjoying this game. Thank you all so much for being here. We will be heading over to GaryCon Live for the Gax Pack, which is a wonderful TTRPG live play. Lunar on Twitch, thank you for the follow. So yes, we are going to head over to the Gax Pack and enjoy that show. It's absolutely fun. D&D live play game. I'm live again tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will be continuing our playthrough of Carto. So I hope that you will join me then. The next time I will be playing Mass Effect is next Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Between now and then, I have the Carto stream tomorrow. I have an archives stream on Wednesday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I will be sharing some early computer manuals, which will be pretty interesting. And then on Saturday at 3:30 p.m., I will be continuing my playthrough of Ultima 4 Quest of the Avatar. So I would be happy to welcome you in for any of those streams. But for now, get out there and do some